As you get started into your journey into the world of technology, one of the things that you will need is an editor. You'll need it to write programs, you'll need it to write configurations, and you can really use it for anything you like, even to write text files. So I'm going to share with you here a widely used editor. It's called vscode. And once the link comes up, we'll navigate to it. There's a couple comments I'll make about this editor. Some of you might be familiar with the bigger platform that Microsoft builds that's called Visual Studio Code. This is a very different editor. It has been built up in the open source community. Its foundation is the open source browser, the one very same one that is part of Chrome, and the open source part is Chromium. It has a Node.js heart, which if it doesn't mean anything to you, should just indicate to you is one of the richest ecosystem there is there for components. And the editor itself has been widely adopted by the community, both in the traditional enterprise as well as in the cutting edge digital companies. So it has a rich set of plugins that can be used. And so we're going to go ahead and download here. We'll download the stable version for Mac because that's what this machine is. Once that file is downloaded, we're going to go ahead and extract it by clicking on the name of the download. Once that happens, I'm going to go ahead and drag and drop. I'm going to go ahead and open up a new window here. I'm going to move to applications, and then I'm going to go ahead and drag and drop this editor into the applications. The first time I run it, I might get a warning. Let's see if we do. And you can see there that I did. It is warning me because I downloaded it from the web. It's asking me if I am sure that I want to run this editor. Now, once it loads, you'll see what it looks like here. We can go ahead and create a file. I'm going to create a new file here. Let's see. I think I can do it by just double clicking, and yes, I can. And then within this file, within this editor, we can write programs. As mentioned, we can write configurations. I'm simply going to type hello world here in very small font. I'll change the font in a minute. I believe the configurations for the font are under preferences, settings, and I'm going to change it here to 20. Let's go to 30 just so we can see very well what that is. And if we go back, we should see, yep, we can see a very big font. I'm going to go ahead and save this. I'm going to go to File, Save As, and I'm going to save it to my desktop in this case so we can see it. And I'll say hello.html, although I'm not writing any HTML at the moment, and we should see it show up on our desktop in a second here. I'm going to go ahead and navigate. Let's see, where did that go? Oh, there it comes. Now I can go ahead and drag and drop that file onto the browser and we can see our hello world. If I were to add h1 tags, which is the HTML convention for headings, you'll see that the browser treats it differently because this is now a heading. So there you have it, a very basic editor. You can use it for many languages. If I expand the tab here, we'll be able to see all of the different languages that we could write programs in, many of them configurations, not just languages. You can also use it for writing text, much as I did at the beginning. So this is a pretty good editor to get started with and to play around with. And as I mentioned as well, if we go to the plugin ecosystem, there's a very rich set of plugins that you could add to this browser. So go ahead and try it. It's a good one.